Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
It's time! Seconds from Game 7 or from Championship number 6. Jordan, open, Chicago with the lead! Behind the screen, Harper got a piece of it, it comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship. Tying run at second, 2 out, Palmero over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
To the far side around the 8-yard line to Hester. Under it, and to the middle with the 15, to the 20, breaks free of the 25, to the 30, to the outside, 40, midfield, 40, 30 to the coast, 20, 15, Hester 5. Oh!
For the 3rd time in 6 seasons, it's one goal achieved. The Chicago Blackhawks win the Stanley Cup. A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it toward Rizzo. It's in time, and the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to ShawnSierraSports on Sports Zone Chicago. I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Thanks for tuning in. What a wonderful TGI Mickey Ficky Friday. It's the weekend, baby. And I'm your boy, baby. I'll tell you, I'm fired up about today. If you watch this on our Facebook page, excellent. Woo, we got a lot of people checking in. Man. I like it. I like it. I like it. Yeah, a little bit late, but it's okay. You know how we do. You know how we do. Hey, listen. If you're watching this on White Sox, yeah. Man, it was a crazy day this morning. Yeah, it was just a crazy day. But if you're watching this on our Facebook channel, excellent. All right, if you're not subscribed, just go to Facebook, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the like button, and now you're following Sports Zone Chicago. Simple. But wait, there's more. Go to our YouTube channel. If you're watching this on our YouTube channel, excellent. Excelente. If you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, for real, come on, guys. Go to YouTube, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the subscribe button. Okay, but also click the notification button. That's the little bell next to it. That'll let you know anytime a show from Sports Zone Chicago is going live. Get it? Got it? Good. That's what happened with one of you guys. Man, because I looked up and, man, there's 14, 15 comments in the chat already. Right after I went on. Man, woo-wee. Hee. Yeah, so, listen, we got a great show. But I need you to get interactive. So whatever platform you're watching this on, leave a question or comment on that platform. It'll come up here in a thread. We'll put it up on the screen. We'll incorporate it into the show. And that, my peoples, is what makes this the best morning Chicago sports talk show around. And that's you. So bring them all. Maybe questions, comments, smart-ass remarks, because ain't nobody scared over here. Like The Rock said, baby, don't sing it. Just bring it. Man, let's see. Let's check the chat because the chat is jumping like crazy. Woo-hoo-hoo. Man, it's jumping like crazy today, boy. Let's check it out. Check it out. Hold on for one moment. Yeah, we got. Is March Madnessing or what? Is March Madnessing or what? Ooh-wee. But we're going to get into that today. But first we're going to check out the chat. Sorry, I just had to do this. Woo! Man. My man, Armando Emeterio, Lara Jr., checking in. Junior, what's up, buddy? Thank you for tuning in. Cornelius Squalls in the house. What up, what up, what up? He's like, yo, Shawn, Sports Owners. My girl, Levette Lee, checking in. Levette, how are you, mama? She's like, sup, Shawn? Levette, checking in. What's up, mama? Yeah, Mr. Southside himself. What up? What's up on the Mickey Ficky TGIF? And did you see the rattlesnakes from your trip? Your trip in Arizona? I did not see any rattlesnakes or scorpions for that matter. But thank you for asking, Shawn. Thank you for asking. I appreciate it. AC Adams, what's up, baby? Bear down, Sports Owners. Appreciate it, baby. I appreciate it. I'm fired up. Man. Black Diamonds in the house. Go top of the morning, gang. FGB. I got a feeling them boys going to either trade down or take a safety. Woo. A safety at 25. Okay. I'm going to talk a little bit about this. Listen, I don't know a lot about a lot, but I do know this. More of the usual suspects will chime in as the show goes on. That, my peoples, I can promise you. That I can promise you. Oh man. Okay, good. He got all those in there. Excellent. Man, I don't know. Listen. Is it me? And it very well could be. Because I'm not as overly excited. I wasn't. To some degree, I'm still not as overly excited about the tourney as I used to be when I was a kid. You know, I love the first round. You know, now they got the first four, which is Tuesday. I'm going to bump that shit. But Thursday, dude, that was crazy. Thursday. Brandon Schutz checking in. What's up, Brandon? You're here on Friday. How was I don't know how the what was, the what. Foulmouth Chris in the house. Grant Rising, everybody. Good morning, buddy. Thanks for tuning in, man. Appreciate you. I appreciate you, Papa. I really do. Man. So, just real quick, everyone, my trip to Arizona was excellent. Yeah. Oh no. Oh no. Shit. Wow. My mom is not going to be happy. Wow, I'm a little taken aback by it right now too. Mondo, thank you. Man. I'll tell you about this in one moment. Wow, that hurts. So this just came across the wire. And I don't even. Yeah, this just came across the wire. Wow. Rest in peace, Chuck Norris. Wow. Wow, man. Wow. Man, my mom, I can't even tell her this yet. This will affect her whole day. She is a Walker Texas Ranger freak. She watches that show every single day. When I say every day, I am not exaggerating. There's no hyperbole involved. Every single day she watches Walker Texas Ranger. She's seen every episode at least 20 times. Wow. Man. Whew. See why I tell you, let your lovers know you love them, because tomorrow is promised to no one. Man, that hurts. Whew. Wow. Yeah, Michonne, rest in power. Chuck Norris. AC Adam, rest in peace, Walker, Texas Ranger. Yeah. Brandon said I saw the movie of Walker, Texas Ranger. Whew. That's a curveball to start the day that I was not ready for. Yeah. Gave Bruce some go in Return of the Dragon. Yep. All right, Pete Chuck. Man. Whew. Wow. So how do we start from there? How do we start from there? Well, just FYI, I just want to say thank you. All right, to everybody who asked about the trip. I appreciate it. Believe me, it was well needed. Let me tell you, it was well needed, and batteries were charged. I'm ready to go. There's a lot I'm excited to do with Sports Zone Chicago the rest of the year. And like I promised you, finally, I'll come back. So we're able to, I was able to, with the help of, all right. Here we go. Guys, here is the link. All right, here's the link for the tickets for my birthday party. Listen, I told everyone it's going live at noon today. Okay? It's live now. The reason I did that was the first 20 tickets. All right, tickets are going to be $55, but the first 20 tickets will be only going to be $45. All right, first 4 tickets are only going to be $45. So get in on an early bird special. Get in on the early bird special. I'm telling you. I gave it to a few people. Yeah. Here we go. Double nickel all linen celebration for the SuperBack Shawn Sierra. All right, tickets are $55. Here's the link. Do me a favor, someone check and see. Let me know if they can click on the link. All right, and if it works right here, checking it out here in the chat. All right, just let me know. Because the link works. I double checked it. It's live. A couple people already bought tickets. So if you're interested, I'm telling you, get your tickets now. Because I sent the link already to some of my CrossFit warehouse people, not the whole group, some family. I told them. So some people already got their tickets. Yeah, some people got their tickets already. So a few tickets are are already gone. A few of the 20 are already gone. So I'm telling you, make plans for it. This is going to be one event you're definitely not going to want to miss. All right. Yeah, music by DY Nemesis, DJ Kuko. I have First Veteran Restoration, one of the sponsors. I got a couple more sponsors I was working on. I was talking to my guy at Output yesterday, hoping he sponsors. Yeah. So there's a link. Let me know in the comments if you can access it through the comments, through the link I put there. Please let me know. All right, someone try and click on that link on the or in the chat and see if it takes you there. Otherwise, I have to find another place to post it where you guys, if you're interested, can go and get your tickets. All right, make sure you do that. Okay. But here's what we're gonna do. I know it's quick. Cool, my man Mondo, his dad Junior. It works. Okay, cool. So you're able to access it from the chat. Okay, cool. Thank you, gentlemen. All right, so we're gonna take a quick break. Let me get the board up to CrossFit. All right. On the other side of the break, we will get right into top of the morning topics. All right, so don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn Sierra Sports on Sports Zone Chicago.
Operator 901, where's the emergency?
127 Brynmere.
Okay, what's going on there?
I'd like to order a pizza for delivery.
Ma'am, you've reached 911. This is an emergency line.
Large with half pepperoni, half mushroom.
You know you've called 911. This is an emergency line.
How long it'll be?
Okay, ma'am, is everything okay over there? Do you have an emergency or not?
Yes.
And you're unable to talk because...
Right.
Is there someone in the room with you? Just say yes or no.
Yes.
Okay, it looks like I have an officer about a mile from your location. Are there any weapons in your house?
No.
Can you stay on the phone with me?
No. See you soon. Thank you.
Every day, we take steps to keep the people we love safe, but some health risks are easy to miss. Ticks hiding in the yard can spread germs, like the ones that cause Lyme disease. Mice searching for food can spread bacteria that makes us sick. Mosquitoes lay eggs in standing water and can spread West Nile virus and more. Cockroaches are drawn to water in the home, leaving behind allergens that can trigger asthma attacks. Common pests can threaten our health. Learn how to protect your family at pestworld.org.
When I'm flying, I put my helmet on, my visor down, my mask up. You don't know who I am. Whether I'm African American, Asian American, Hispanic, white, male or female. You just know I'm an American airman kicking your butt. I'm General C.Q. Brown Jr. Come join us.
Do you know that you're in my lane? No, not at all. Are you not paying attention? Are you texting? I was just checking in with my mom. I was telling her that I thought we'd be home by 6. It's okay. There's enough time. Just pay attention. I'm not even halfway through my text. There's no way. I'm not even going to look up. My babies are in the car. You have to pay attention. It's just supposed to be a quick text. I'm so sorry.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
Time out. How are you feeling right now? Happy? Excited? Angry? Overwhelmed? One of the best things you can do for your mind health is to name what you're feeling. It can sharpen your awareness and help you talk about your feelings with someone you trust. Here are 3 questions to ask yourself. Where are your thoughts right now? In the past, the present, the future? Do you notice any sensations in your body? Is your heart beating fast? Is there a flutter in your stomach? Or are you fully relaxed? What do you need right now? Time with others? Time to yourself? Remember, there's power in this awareness. So find ways to identify what you're feeling today.
At a time when the news seems as subjective as the partisan politics dividing this country, independent professional journalism has become a resource people need to get the honest and accurate information for their lives. That's why I created gervondextersr.com. As a born and raised Chicagoan, I know this city better than anyone. So my investigative stories are all original, and they'll go deeper to expose the truth by using information obtained from public information databases and in-depth interviews with the movers and shakers. My future stories will introduce you to people and businesses who are changing the world, not just Chicago. My missing person stories will spotlight those who you don't hear about in the mainstream media, who are often overlooked. If you want to hear my personal views on things around the world, check out my blog site, which is based off of factual information on my life experiences. There's also past episodes of my weekly sports podcast show, What's Up Cuz, that I host with my real-life cousin, Lance Urban. So if you're looking for all this information and more, check out jcoydenreports.com and follow me on Twitter at jcoyden.
Every day, we take steps to keep the people we love safe, but some health risks are easy to miss. Ticks hiding in the yard can spread germs, like the ones that cause Lyme disease. Mice searching for food can spread bacteria that makes us sick. Mosquitoes lay eggs in standing water and can spread West Nile virus and more. Cockroaches are drawn to water in the home, leaving behind allergens that can trigger asthma attacks. Common pests can threaten our health. Learn how to protect your family at pestworld.org.
Of the score and the nature of our conversations, we are now in on-air podcast mode. We have our own graphic.
Wow.
Who's telling us a strong finish at the rim? Plays at a high level.
Yeah, I don't know if the Lakers want that.
Yeah, that's also a fair point. Nice shot by Dillingham.
Yeah, I think the Lakers are ready to move on. Good help. See, that was a good help defense by Montezuelos right there.
That gets rewarded. Go get it. Harden has Yabusele, 2 on the clock. Harden has to force up a 3. And it is short. Bulls have the run out. They've got to 15. Miller, his first points of the night, makes it a 13-point game.
That was almost a turnover for James Harden. We're trying to draw a foul.
Here's Yabusele. Knocks it down.
Yaba be there.
Welcome back to ShawnSierraSports on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of Chicago Sports Network. Those were the Bullies last night. Woo, rough one. But let's get a crack-a-lack, baby. You know how we do the first segment of every show is called Top of the Morning.
It won't come just when you want it.
Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
Let's see, the first top of the morning. Which way do we go? Which way do we go? Which way do we go? There we go. Man, it's a tough one. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Bulls. Man, rough on the Bulls. They fall to the Cleveland Cavaliers, 115-110. Trey Jones, who you see pictured here, led the way with 20 points. Dillingham, 17 points. Nick Richards, 16 points, 8 rebounds. Josh Giddey, 9 points, 6 rebounds. 19 assists for Giddey. And Gershon Yabusele, he's a new Mr. Double-Double, 10 points, 11 rebounds. Staying with the Bulls, the next top of the morning, top of the Bulls are off until Monday. Oh, they got the weekend, baby. They can be out and about because they're hosting. So they were home last night. They're hosting on Monday. Man, they're going to be out and about, wilding out this week in the city, especially tonight, today and tomorrow. They're off until Monday when they host the Houston Rockets at the United Center. Tip-off is at 7 p.m. Central. You can catch that game on Chicago Sports Net or listen to it on their flagship station, 104.3 FM or 670 AM, The Score. The next top of the morning topic, here come the Hawks, the mighty Blackhawks. The Blackhawks beat the Minnesota Wild 2-1. Spencer Knight stopped 28 of 29 shots. Ilkay Mikheyev has lit the lamp for the 13th time this season, while to be Connor Bedard lit the lamp for the 28th time this season. Mangiapane had the only assist of the game for the Blackhawks. No rest for the weary because tonight the Blackhawks host the Avalanche at the United Center. Puck drop is at 7:30 p.m. Central. You can catch that game on Chicago Sportsnet or listen to it on their flagship station, 7:20 a.m. Twice, huh? The next top of the morning topic, out in the desert, baby. The good guys. Oh, so Steve only did one of these. Okay, so the Sox had a split squad. Here. One half of the split squad, the Sox lost to the Padres 13-6. The interesting, what was the name of that? Goodness gracious, Great Balls of Fire. There's one Wade Jr. Lamont Wade Jr. He was 2 for 2 with 2 home runs. His second and third of the spring, driving in his 7th, 8th, and 9th RBIs of the season. And Tanachi was 1 for 3 with Ribby, his 5th. Miguel Vargas had an RBI, his 3rd of the season. Sam Antonacci is a guy that a lot of people are really, really high on. Really, really high on. And then we'll talk about the other half, one half. The White Sox beat the Diamondbacks 4-2. Davis Martin started. No decision. He went 4 2/3, 2 hits, 2 earned runs, 4 walks, 3 punch-outs. Chase Mydroff went 2 for 3 with a double. His 3rd of the spring, driving in his 4th, 5th, and 6th RBIs of the spring. Andrew Benintendi was 1 for 4 with the double, his 4th of the spring. Staying with the White Sox. The White Sox travel to Tempe today to face the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. First pitch is at 2:10 p.m. Central. Opening day starter Shane Smith is on a bump for the good guys. He's going up against Jose Soriano for the D-backs. I have to specify. I really have to enunciate, say D-backs and not D-bags. The D-backs. The Cubs, who were off yesterday, have a split squad. Although they played the Arizona Diamondbacks the other day on Wednesday, and they got destroyed 16-8. Sorry. What happened to the squad? They host the Reds today at Sloan Park. First pitch is at 8:05 p.m. Central. And I just thought that was funny. You know, one of the... Did I not do that? Come on. I messed up. Yeah. I didn't get his name. Son of a biscuit. All right, well, let's check it out. I wanted to tell you who's pitching for Cincinnati today. But my silly butt. Well, Williamson is his last name, going up against Matthew Boyd for the Northsiders today out at Sloan Park. And then the other half of the squad travels to Hohokam Stadium, where they used to play in Mesa, to face the Sacramento / soon-to-be Las Vegas A's. First pitch is at 8:10 p.m. Central. You can catch that on Marquee Network. Jamison Tyon's on a bump for the Northsiders. For Cincinnati, TBD, to be determined. King Booker World checking in. What's up, Papa? Sean Brandon Jr., Chris, Miss Patty Cornelius, Michon Levette, salute. Patty Lara checking in. It's the weekend, baby. Happy spring. Feels like it. Lamont, you big dummy. You big dummy. Get down, big dummy. Get down, big dummy. Yeah. King Booker World. We're finding out. Yeah, we're finding out. Yeah, he passed away yesterday in Kauai. Kauai in Hawaii. Wow, his name was... Wow. Well, okay. His real name was Carlos Ray Norris. I didn't know that. I thought it might have been Charlie. Carlos Ray Norris. He was hospitalized in Kauai after a medical emergency. And it's with heavy hearts, the family shares that. It's on their Instagram page. Wow. It's with heavy hearts that our family shares the sudden passing of our beloved Chuck Norris yesterday morning. We would like to keep the circumstances private. Please know that he was surrounded by his family and was at peace. To the world, he was a martial artist and a symbol of strength. To us, he was a devoted husband, loving father, and a grandfather, and an incredible brother in the heart of our family. He lived his life with faith, purpose, and an unwavering commitment to the people he loved. Through his work, discipline, and kindness, he inspired millions around the world and left a lasting impact on so many lives. While our hearts are broken, we are deeply grateful for the life he lived and for the unforgettable moments we were blessed to share with him. The love and support he received from fans around the world meant so much to him, and our family is truly thankful for it. To him, you were not just fans, you were his friends. We know many of you heard about his recent hospitalization. We are truly grateful for the prayers and support you sent his way. As we grieve this loss, we kindly ask for privacy for our family during this time. Thank you for her loving him with us. With love, the Norris family. Damn. Yeah, that's crazy. Patty checking in. Her and Jeremiah watching. Maybe Monica también. Happy birthday. Happy Mickey Vicky. TGIF. Theo Shawn, happy spring. Chuck You Charles, you Carlos. Yeah, I know. If you saw Beverly Hills Cop 2, you remember. Carlos is the alphabet. As we all know, Charles in Spanish is Carlos, the alphabet king. King Booker World said, I remember all my childhood. I hated Chuck Norris because one of my brothers lied and said that he beat up Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee was my dude when I was young. Yes, Carlos. AC Adams, yes. You learned that from Beverly Hills Cop 2. That's hilarious. That's awesome. That's awesome. King Booker will say he's going to watch Silent Rage tonight. That's awesome. Go back and start watching some Texas Ranger rerun. Walker Texas Ranger clips. Man, that's classic. That's good stuff, man. That is good stuff. And let me just tell you, the next top of the morning topic, March Madness is March Madnessing. Woo! High Point with a big upset yesterday over Wisconsin. You could say that'd be the high point of their season. But boom. Thank you very much. I'll be here all week. Oh, man. Mr. Southside says, Bruce Lee is my favorite martial arts person of all time. Yeah, Bruce Lee was bad. He's a bad boy. Oh, you're gonna watch Silent Rage because that's your favorite. It's my favorite Chuck Norris movie, King Booker World says. Junior says, my friend introduced himself as Carlos, but to girls he was Charles. AC Adams says, side case with Jonathan Brandeis was classic. Yep. And the brackets, whose brackets are already jacked up? It's King Booker World. Well, a lot of people's, that's for sure. Because that's what this team did. That's exactly what this team did. Number 12, High Point. Upsets number 5, Wisconsin. Number 1, Michigan. It was close for a while, but they ran away with it. They beat number 16, Howard, 101-80. Where else? Texas A&M. Slight upset. They're 10th ranked over St. Mary's. Number 7, St. Mary's. They beat them 63-50. VCU takes out North Carolina, and they have a matchup Saturday with Illinois, who beat Penn. Nebraska, number 4, beats Troy 76-40. Number 13, Troy. Number 5, Vanderbilt beats McNeese State. Beats number 12, McNeese State 78-68. Louisville, number 6, beats number 11, South Florida 83-79. Number 3, Michigan State handles number 14, North Dakota State 92-67. Duke. It was a rough game for Duke. That was close for a long time. They beat number 16 seed Siena 71-65. Ohio State falls. Number 8, Ohio State falls to number 9, TCU. Not a huge upset, but nonetheless. I didn't see the conclusion of the Georgia-St. Louis game, but I think St. Louis won because St. Louis was up 30. St. Louis was up 30 at one point. I was like, dang. Yeah, Illinois won 105 to 70, down 35 points. Ouch. Damn, that's hot. See the full men's bracket. Here we go. We're going to look at, so I can get to the final score of the other ones. Oh, so here we go. Here we go. First round. It's going to go down. St. Louis, Georgia. Oh, yeah. Vanderbilt, number 5, beats McNeese State, 78-68. McNeese State was 12. Number 4, Nebraska, easily rolls over number 13, Troy, 76-47. Talked about Illinois in VCU meeting up next. Texas A&M, number 10, beat St. Mary. We talked about that. Sorry. Jack that one up. So now High Point, after number 12 beating number 5 Wisconsin 83-82, they face number 4 Arkansas, who beat number 13 Hawaii 97-78. Number 11 Texas upsets number 6 BYU 79-71. They face Gonzaga, number 3 Gonzaga, who beat number 14 Kennesaw State 73-64. So Michigan beat Howard 101-80. They take on St. Louis. The Billikens, who beat number 8 Georgia 102-77. Damn. 25 points. Ouch. Whew. March Madness is March Madnessing like crazy. Woo. Junior says, my favorite is Lone Wolf McQuaid. AC Adam said Delta Force was underrated. The Hitman was underrated too. King Bookwell says the Hitman, Chuck Norris with the red mullet. AC Adam says, always wanted to see Chuck Norris kick Steven Seagal's ass in real life. I like Steven Seagal, but there was something about him. Something about Steven Seagal, and it was the way he ran. The way he ran looked so stupid. I hated it. I could not take him serious. And granted, I loved his Hapkido training, like a hand-to-hand combat where he'd bust your elbow, bend your elbow back way, pop it. I love it. It was sick. He'd take out your knee. That's that King Book War. That's probably right. Stephen Ferry Run Seagal. Dude, I just could not. The way he ran irked me in the most profound way. Just irked me. There's just no rhyme or reason. I just did not like the way he ran. I wouldn't say it to his face. Junior says, actually, Chuck Norris' son actually kicked Steven Seagal's ass in real life. Really? I didn't hear about that story. King Wilbur says, I only like Mark for Death because he actually got hit in that movie. Yeah. That's crazy. Well, listen, a couple of things. If you haven't heard, Chuck Norris passed away yesterday in Hawaii. He was 86. Rest in peace, Chuck Norris. Man. Oh, look who's in the house. I go a week and we talking Steven Seagal, Under Siege, Low Key, a banger, FGB. Rick Gonzalez is back, baby. What's up, Papa? I appreciate you. Chuck Norris made a move in Chicago where he jumped off a CTA train into the Chicago River. He did a lot in Chicago. Let me see. Stephen. Above the law. That's probably it. Yep. And Mark for death. But above the law, Nico Toscani. Black Diamond says, y'all get off my guy Stevens. And King Bokwell says, I apologize for all the shit I said about you, Chuck Norris, when I was a kid. Bruce Lee would have kicked you back into the 3rd grade, though. Oh, man. Listen, let me take another quick break, and on the other side of the break, we'll get into some NCAA, talk some quick baseball, and then we'll get into some Bears conversation as the draft draws close. We have about a little over a month left. I think it's the 23rd through the 25th of April in Pittsburgh. And we'll talk about what we're hearing, what we're seeing. And let's not forget, let's not forget, if you're interested, the link is live. All right. The link is live. All right. The double nickel, all linen celebration for the SuperBack, Saturday, July 25th, 4:30 to 7:30 on the Summer of George boat. We board at 900 South Wells. There's a parking lot right next to the place that we board. Okay. Tickets are $55. However, the first 20 tickets, actually, there's only 16 left. The first 20 tickets and the remaining 16 will be sold at $45 instead of $55. So if you're thinking about going, make sure you hop on this now. All right. I told people in the event in Facebook, in the CrossFit Warehouse group, that the link is going live at noon today. Okay, the link is going live, but it's live now. And so my peoples, I told you I'd give you a heads up and get a chance to get a head start. If you want it, and if you could take advantage of it, great. But I wanted to give you guys a chance to get an early bird special. You can't take $10 off. It's $45 plus fees. All right, there's no way I can get around the fees. All right, so it's going to come out to like $55 anyway. And the people are paying $55, it's going to come out to like $66. But again, there's no fees, and there's no way I can avoid the fees or the sales tax or things. There's no way I can avoid that. All right, so go check it out in the chat. If you weren't able to click on the link, some guys in the chat said the link is live. You can get it from there. All right. So, but we're going to take a quick break and we'll get back. All right. So don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. ShawnSierraSports on Sports Zone Chicago.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
Time out. How are you feeling right now? Happy? Excited? Angry? Overwhelmed? One of the best things you can do for your mind health is to name what you're feeling. It can sharpen your awareness and help you talk about your feelings with someone you trust. Here are 3 questions to ask yourself. Where are your thoughts right now? In the past, the present, the future? Do you notice any sensations in your body? Is your heart beating fast? Is there a flutter in your stomach? Or are you fully relaxed? What do you need right now? Time with others? Time to yourself? Remember, there's power in this awareness. So find ways to identify what you're feeling today.
At a time when the news seems as subjective as the partisan politics dividing this country, independent professional journalism has become a resource people need to get the honest and accurate information for their lives. That's why I created gervondextersr.com. As a born and raised Chicagoan, I know the city better than anyone. So my investigative stories are all original, and they'll go deeper to expose the truth by using information obtained from public information databases and in-depth interviews with the movers and shakers. My feature stories will introduce you to people and businesses who are changing the world, not just Chicago. My missing person stories will spotlight those who you don't hear about in the mainstream media who are often overlooked. If you want to hear my personal views on things around the world, check out my blog site, which is based off of factual information and my life experiences. There's also past episodes of my weekly sports podcast show, What's Up Cuz, that I host with my real-life cousin, Lance Urban. So if you're looking for all this information and more, check out jcoydenreports.com and follow me on Twitter at jcoyden.
Every day, we take steps to keep the people we love safe, but some health risks are easy to miss. Ticks hiding in the yard can spread germs, like the ones that cause Lyme disease. Mice searching for food can spread bacteria that makes us sick. Mosquitoes lay eggs in standing water and can spread West Nile virus and more. Cockroaches are drawn to water in the home, leaving behind allergens that can trigger asthma attacks. Common pests can threaten our health. Learn how to protect your family at pestworld.org.
He's got it for the Bulls, who have a chance to win the season series against one of the top teams in the East. 3 players on the 3 buckets for the Bulls so far. Mobley, good bounce. Nice block by Gideon Wade. And he finds Jones in transition with the reverse.
Move off to a good start on the defensive end.
Swatted away by Keon Ellis, who's made a defensive impact off the bench in this first quarter. Harden drives, blocked by Abu Saleh.
Oh, no soup for you. Yabba dabba doo. Inside.
Abu Zealous. There's that gather from the Cavaliers. Remember, Donovan Mitchell loves that move. And A, they can hide him, and B, he does look like he's motivated on the defensive end as well.
Well, you know, you got to figure he's tired of losing. Yeah. Tired of people picking that apart and saying that's the reason. Oh, Mr. Mean
on the runouts.
Max Strus.
Mr. Mean! Woo! Welcome back to ShawnSierraSports on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of Chicago Sports Network. Those are the Bullies. Came up a little short yesterday, 115-110 against the Cleveland Cavaliers over on the west side. And no rest for the weary as the Bulls play again tonight. A tough loss for our boys. Wow. You guys are silly. King Booker said around 2016, Steven Seagal started talking like an old black musician from Mississippi. He did. He has changed his accent and everything, dude. Like, what the hell? Rick says Seagal was okay in my GB. Yeah, he was. Hard to Kill was Steven Seagal's best movie, of course, according to AC Adam. Junior said, recommend watching Bruce Lee, A Warrior's Journey. He said, it's a documentary of Bruce Lee and the Game of Death. It shows you the whole story of Bruce fighting each warrior in the pagoda that leads to Kareem. Okay. AC Adams says, crazy how the Bulls have been fun to watch despite coming up short. They have been, been frustrating, but yeah, it's been frustrating. You know, one of the Junior says, I already have my Chuck Norris movie marathon ready after the show. That's classic. That's classic. Listen. We have with Heavy Hearts, we talk about Chuck Norris. It's heavy hearts, but also fond memories. Because remember, we loved, most of us here loved Chuck Norris. You know, us growing up the time frame we did, all right, those movies, those karate movies were it. All right, and then Chuck Norris Steven Seagal, he was mentioned, all right, a little bit. He brought those back a little in the 80s and 90s. All right, but the 70s and 80s, those karate movies were it. All right, Game of Death, you know, with Enter the Dragon, a whole bunch of different movies that we used to love and watch. And I had a whole bunch of Chinese stars. Remember, you'd be able to, in the magazines, you'd get magazines, and you get karate magazines. You'd order different things. They had the jumpsuit, the yellow jumpsuit that Bruce Lee wore in Game of Death. I always wanted to get it, but my mom never got it for me. That's where they first came out with the loafers, like the black loafers, like the cloth top with the rubberish bottom. Like those were shoes, man. Junior says Return of the Dragon, Bruce versus Chuck. Yep. Enter the Dragon, Return of the Dragon, Game of Death. Man, those were, you know, it shows you, and this is why it lends credence to when I tell you, let your loved ones know you love them, because tomorrow is promised to no one. You know, apparently it was a freak accident that happened with Chuck. They're not elaborating on it. So, you know, I'm sure more will come up in a second, or, you know, shortly. My nephew Mono says Kobe made a Bruce Lee shoe. Yeah. It's Southside himself. So have you seen the movie Enter the Dragon? SuperBack and Peeps in the chat. Yeah, I did. That was just telling you, growing up, the karate movies were the shit. Great to see, great to watch. And I'd always want to practice my moves on my little cousins. Oh man, that was good stuff. Good stuff. But right now, believe it or not, our guys, the Smoke Fellas, what are we doing? Don't want to change for me. Anyway, my Smoke Fellas, they're having a blackout. All right, they are over in yep, it's already all online. That's crazy. My guy Berto had a picture of. Yeah, here we go. We'll post this. It's tough, man. It's really tough. All right, your heroes, as we get older, they once they start going, man, it's a little scary. You know, it's a little scary. Here. Young Chuck Norris, look at him. Young Bruce Lee. Wow, that's classic. That picture is classic. Man. But what I was about to say, man, that Chuck Norris news really threw us for a loop. You know, really threw us for a loop, and that sucks. 86. You know, yeah, they're having a blackout. The Smoke Fellas is where they're at now. So it starts at 11 at Eduardo Limon Cigar Lounge, 2 cigar minimum, food trucks, raffles, fun and music. So if you're interested, let me do this. It's always a good time with the Smoke Fellas. Man, that's Black Diamond. He knows, he was there at Branding Iron. So today, Smoking Madness, March 20th, 2026, 11 a.m. Eduardo Limon Cigar Lounge, 2 cigar minimum, food trucks, raffles, fun and music. I know DY Nemesis usually spins. Man, he's good. So, Junior, you're right. The older you get, the more goodbyes you have to say. Man, truer words were never spoken, my friend. Truer words were never spoken. So, baseball is wrapping up. All right, we talked about the World Baseball Classic on Wednesday after the United States lost to the Dominican Republic. It was a phenomenal game. The Dominican Republic, Venezuela. They lost to Venezuela, and I know Ozzie Jr. posted something. How proud he is of the national team, and he should be. It's where your parents are from. Like I said, I don't know if Ozzie Jr. was born here or not. I think he was born here. But, he talked about the pride he had, and, you talking with Junior, or did I see Ozzie talk about it? He said when he was a kid, he lived in a nicer neighborhood because his dad was Ozzie Guillen. And the one thing that his mother was adamant about was that he speaks Spanish growing up. They speak Spanish in the house. She wanted him to be bilingual. She wanted him to know where they came from, okay, and respect their culture. And I know Junior is so happy, in times I've talked with him, he was happy that his mom made that decision that they were going to speak Spanish in the house, because they were like, you're going to learn English, you're in America. But at home, you're going to speak Spanish, and you'll be bilingual. And she had the foresight to see how beneficial it would be for her child to be bilingual in this in this world today. So, all right, Brandon Schutz says, I'm going to wish you guys have a good weekend. I won't be here Monday. Okay. All right, well, make sure you join us on Wednesday, Brandon. Appreciate it, man. You have a good weekend, all right? Junior said, I spoke Spanish to my Bob about 4 times in my life. My grandmother didn't speak Spanish to me. She wanted me to blend in. And I'm like, Grandma, I'm a little kid, café con little caramel kid with wavy hair. I'm not fitting in the white Irish Catholic neighborhood. I get your point, but I'm not fitting in just because I speak English. But that was her thought process. But as baseball season we're ready next week, baby. A week from today, we'll have opening day will have passed. Opening day is opening day is Wednesday night. But the majority of teams play on Thursday. The rest of the teams play on Thursday. They're off Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday. I really like the position that both teams are in. I talked about it before. I'll say it again. All right, the Cubs, you guys are anticipated and expected to take the NL Central. You should. No ifs, ands, or buts. I don't think there's a team that can compete with you. Added some firepower, to go along with Dansby Swanson and Seiya Suzuki. All right, and PCA, you've added Alex Bregman. So you have your big power bat in the offseason. Black Diamond says, we start kicking all ass in May, right? Not so fast, my friends. Not so fast. Because when we take the season series, you're not going to be a happy camper. You're not going to be a happy camper at all. Still be my guy, but you're not going to be a happy camper. We do meet in May. I think that's on the south side. So my guy was selling tickets for Friday and Saturday's game. He sold out of Saturday's game. So has tickets for Sunday's game. But the cool part about it is baseball's here. If you're a baseball fan, this is right in your wheelhouse. The weather's getting warmer. The days are getting longer. Baseball's here. For the longest time, it was called America's pastime. All right, that's because football really hadn't been invented. It really hadn't gotten going. Basketball was still And it's a great way a great time to hang out with your people. All right, I usually go with Emilio Bucks and Ken Davis, and man, we sit and chill. We'll sit and chill. We'll talk sports. We'll talk baseball. We'll talk football. We'll talk basketball. Over some drinks. And that's what it's about while we're watching our beloved White Sox. And that's what it's about. All right, making memories. Throwing back a cold one at the game. If you're in the sun, it's just good adult stuff. Good family stuff. Like are expected to take the NL Central. Okay? It'll be a disappointment if they don't. It'll be a surprise if they don't. The White Sox, on the other hand, we're trying to get to 500. If we do, I'll be excited. And I think we will. I think we will get there. I think we will. I just have seen too much baseball in my life okay, to not to be able to see the signs of a decent team. And that's what the White Sox are going to be. They're going to be around 500. Give me the 81. Give me the 82 wins. All right, there's a lot that this team is going to do this year. There's a lot that this team is going to show. They're going to be resilient. And never, ever give up, which is resilient. They're gonna. That's how they're gonna play. And as a Southsider, a hardworking, hard-nosed, blue-collar Southsider, that's all we ask of our teams. Eminem going to hit 4 home runs at Crosstown Classic. Who's talking Eminem? Murakami Money Man? Murataka? I can't think of his name now. Michelle says, I just want to see improvement, Sox fans in the chat. Yes, but I want to see that there's a goal. I want to get to 82 wins. Mooney, of course. Mooney is going to be huge for us. That could be the ultimate sneaky signing for the Bears. Muni Murataka. Because if he comes in and is able to start blasting Major League pitching. Blasting Major League pitching. It's going to be nice. It's going to be nice. That gives us a left-handed stick, and with the way that we're able to get on base, steal bases, put pressure on pitchers, we may not have talent, but we will be well coached. We will be fundamentally sound. And that, as I've said before, will win us so many games. So many games. So, if you're a baseball fan, get your tickets. Get your tickets. Especially if you're a Sox fan. The season's going to be a lot more exciting than many people think. And then we got the best food. They just had the media day at Sox Park for all the new food they're going to have over at Sox Park. They have a media preview. So, every year. Because they have one of the, if not the best food, the ballpark food in the majors. In the majors. Man. Whew. The Campfire Sundae is still being sold. They got new sandwiches. Yeah, it's going to be it's always been a place to be. Sox Park. And that's the dichotomy of this. Like, you get a crappy team, an owner who doesn't care, but he cares enough that he's got people who bring in the best restaurants and the best food for a baseball game. In the majors. Top 5 in the majors. So are we just going for the food? Are we going for the team that sucked? I don't know. Mondo says you won't see 82 wins this year. They don't have the pitching or the bats to do it yet. You have one legit bat, and that bat hasn't even played a full MLB game yet. Okay. my counter to your claim is this. Right now, these are a whole bunch of young guys who are competing. These are a bunch of young guys who understand where they've been. They had 100 losses last year, third 100 loss season in a row. Chase Mydroff, the Kyle Teals, Edgar Caros. This is something they don't want. And although they might not have as much talent as other people, they have a chemistry. But more importantly, they are fundamentally sound. And I'm telling you, that is going to get them a lot more wins than they should get. There's going to be a couple games we're going to be scratching our head and go, how the hell did the Sox win that one? How in God's name did the White Sox pull that off? Oh, they're coming. And that's why I think we're going to get to 82. There's going to be more than enough games for us to take that people thought we could lose. There's going to be more than enough close games that are 50-50 games that we're going to win. All right, then we're going to hit the slump. We're going to hit it. We're going to lose some of those 50-50 games. We're going to lose some of those close games as well. It's all the law of averages. But I just think that the Bears, I just think the White Sox are in a situation where they go into every game fundamentally sound, not hurting themselves. They give themselves a really good chance to win. Really good chance to win. Junior says, I made it a point to when I went to a Sox game was to get churros. They're like $4, $5 at Sox Park. I'm like, hello, player. He's like $1. Mondo says, I give Vargas credit, though. He showed promise last year. I don't see Mydroff being a guy. 5'9" white guy who can split gaps and play sus defense. Maybe being a second will be better for him. I think it will be better for him. I do. I think second's a good spot for him. This is when Blackjack McDowell was playing. Oh, my God. Got to get you back to the south side. Just take the red line, Junior. That's all. Don't take it after dark. We're in a good spot with our baseball teams. Our basketball team sucks. All right, the tank is on without tanking. Matas is developing. And there was a question that was posed, who do you want your star to be next season? Do you want it to be Matas or do you want it to be Josh Giddey? And I thought about the question. And to me, it's a trick question. It's a trick question. No one can answer that question. It's a bullshit question. All my cousin Vinny fans. I don't think Matas is ready to be the leader. He's 20 years old, skinny as hell. Josh Giddey, on the other hand, there's a more level of maturity with Josh Giddey. And let me tell you why. Josh Giddey has been playing professionally in Australia since he was, 14, I want to say? That leaves this country to come here. Do you know how mentally tough you have to be to leave your country as a teenager and fly halfway around the world? Leave your family and friends behind? Do you know what kind of mental makeup that takes? And if you're in the military, how difficult was it? I know Black Diamond was in the military. When you're 17, 18 years old, you're going into the Army. Man, you grow up. You're more mature. And you see it, Josh Giddey doesn't seem like a party animal. He's very chill, very level-headed. He's mature. He had to be. You can't leave your country. Fly halfway around the world at 18 and not be mature. Can't. Just like Caleb. You know, I give him shit sometimes, a lot of times, but that dude is built different. You don't live on your own in high school and not get in trouble. Lived on his own in high school. We all know the story. What it does, you need to grow. You grow up quick. So I think Josh Giddey, it would be in the Bulls' best interest if Josh Giddey was still the best player. Now, in a couple of seasons, yeah, I think Mata should take that mantle over, that crown, that title, that belt away. I don't think it's this season. It doesn't mean I don't think he's going to improve. It doesn't mean that at all. You see Matas Buzella's growing. You see him being more aggressive. You see him taking more control out there. And I love it. But you got a guy who's been playing professional since he was 14, 16 years old. Flies halfway around the world to play this game. It's okay. It's okay, Modest. It's okay you grew up in a nice neighborhood and, you know, avoid a lot of pitfalls of life. It's fine. You didn't have to travel all the way around the world to live your dream. Just came in right off the 290. But it doesn't mean that you're not a good player. It doesn't mean you're not going to be a star. It just means, in my opinion, you're not going to be the best player on this team. Josh Giddey is ready to hold that mantle. And the dude's a walking triple-double. Truth be told. Black Diamond says, Shawn, you're 17 or 18, and it made me a man. It gives you the discipline you need to take care of yourself and your family. It damn sure does. Being in the military, man, I left home at 18 to go to college. And yes, I came home Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter 1 year, spring break my first year, and home. Living on my own it just got to cook, got to clean, got to wash clothes, you got to clean up the house, got to sweep, you got to mop, you got to vacuum, got to get your bills paid on time. All these things had you maturing a lot sooner than many. Had us maturing sooner than many. So that's why I think Josh Giddey will be the best player next year. Again, doesn't mean that Matas is going to be terrible. Matas is going to continue to improve. And again, why do we need to have a best player? Why can't we have two stud players? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. A couple stud players. Matas, Josh Giddey. There's another young man. That is, what's his name? The Bulls. He is a forward. And I like him for some reason. I like his game. I like what he brings. Yes, Leonard Miller. 6'10", 220. So he's skinny little Jamoke. Leonard Miller. I like him. I like him a lot. I think he can be around and make this rotation. All right, give you quality minutes with the second unit. I don't know why I like him. I just think he's raw on a lot of untapped potential with that young man, and I'd like to see them develop it and tap that potential. But anyway, let's move on. Our Bears. A lot of people are mocking. I'm gonna get to a draft maybe this weekend. Do a mock draft. I told you I hated those things. Hated it. But I did one last year and I liked it. So I'm probably going to do another draft soon, a mock. See who we get. I don't think the safety is going to be number one. Possible. But I don't think it's going to be safe. I think it's going to be someone in the trenches. I say trench. Someone in the trenches. I think it's going to be offensive line, defensive line. Preferably they draft a defensive line as opposed to any other position. Even more so than that, make it a D tackle. Unless you really feel Shamar is ready. I mean, but the guy's coming off injury. Yes, thank you for reminding me, Junior. Fan favorite, which surprises me. Jack Sanborn returns to the Bears on a one-year deal. And I'm thinking, why? Why is Jack Sanborn back with the Bears? And don't get me wrong, local kid, lived out his dream of playing with the Bears, gets to come back, but man, he couldn't cover a bed with a blanket. Let's not forget he's a liability in the pass game. In the run game, he's an asset, big time. But in the pass game versus the pass, he's a liability. So Cornelius says, "Man, I love doing mock drafts because they allow me to get familiarized with the talent in the draft." Okay, I hear you. Okay. But it just seems like I think our Bears are going D tackle. I hope they do. King Booker Wilson is probably brought back because of instincts since they have speed now. Yeah, but if you can always change that run play to pass play and put that dude on an island with a back, a slot, or a tight end. How excited are you? April 23rd, 24th, and 25th draft in Pittsburgh. It's going to be dope. It's going to be real dope. Any players? I asked you before, but any players you want to see the Bears target? And by target, I mean, hope he falls to them at 25. Or who would you jump up to nab, and where? How many slots would you jump up? That's the real question. How many slots would you jump up in the draft I would jump up 4 to 6 spots if the guy I wanted was there. We jump up and get someone. They better start immediately. Yeah, if it's a D tackle, you can start a D rotation. You'll probably get the least amount of snaps, but just starting. We got to get you involved to NFL offensive lineman, NFL strength, speed of the game. Yeah. No, Cornelius says, I wouldn't jump up for anybody. No. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying if it's a guy at the top of your board, maybe he falls. Maybe you see a rush end that you wanted, that you have graded highly, and you can't believe he's dropped to 15. All right, 15's on the clock, whoever that is. You hop on the phone like, hey, I'll give you this guy, and boom. Because you need, some people say they expect this offense to regress. I don't. Now, us not winning as many games as we won last year doesn't mean we regressed. All right, you can't continue to anticipate it coming back 7 times, 8 times. You can't continue to do that. Junior, I still remember the Rams drafting Aaron Donald right before the Bears. Yes, I was at Illinois Center for Broadcasting. It's Illinois Media School now, but Illinois ICB, Illinois Center for Broadcasting. I had class. We were on break, and I go into the studio because I know the Bears are picking next and the Rams are up. I'm watching. With this 19th pick or whatever. The Rams select Aaron Donald. I screamed out. I was like, fuck! Big time. To the point where people came in the room like, everything all right? Everything all right? And I'm like, they drafted Aaron Donald! Right before us. Remember, that's when we need to go. We got Fuller. So yeah. Come on, Caleb and Ben Johnson's offense for a second year? No way. Well, maybe by the end of the year, I think we'll be a better offense. But you just can't subtract DJ Moore, Drew Dahlman, and expect this offense to be the same or better. You can't subtract those two and expect this team to be better and win the North. As far as too many starters who are leaving free agency. We talked about them. Jonathan Owens, Jaquan Brisker, C.J. Gardner-Johnson. I can't think of it. But you lose all those guys, all those productive guys, and now there's an issue. There's an issue. I think Caleb's going to get better. So what does that mean? I don't know. If Caleb gets better, is this offense, is he going to start winning games for them this year? Maybe. I think with Ben Johnson, I think Caleb's going to be amazing. It's 2027. I'd love for it to be 2026. It will be 2026 if he hits the goddamn short routes, if he hits the layups, the gimmies, the bunnies, if he hits those, gets those guys in stride, let them do their thing, do that thing, do that thing, do that thing, do that thing, let them do it. Luther Burden, let Luther Burden run free, hashtag free Luther Burden. If Caleb starts to do that and lets those playmakers run after the catch, wow. I'm hoping and praying he does. Because if he does, watch out. We already know he's a closer. He is a closer. We have one of the best closers in the game now. And now, hopefully, our defense can become closers. That's the thing. When it's getting crazy up there, out there in the field, and defense is able to come up with a huge stop, say, no, offense, you run out the clock and finish the game with this 5-point lead. Offense will gladly take the ball. Says, thank you, sir. And they'll go to work. But give them that opportunity. Man. I am so excited for this upcoming season. All right. We talked about Caleb in second year Ben Johnson's system. We talked about the anticipated step-ups of Rome, Luther Burden, Colston Loveland. We talked about that. Somehow Neville, Big Nev, who the Bears signed, I think he's going to be an okay player. I think he's going to be an okay player. I don't know why. I just think so. Yeah. Big Nev. Neville. Forgot his last name. So, when the North, yes, we should take it again. Tough, but not undoable. Remember that. The Bulls are just a hot mess. Hawks are still a couple of years away. Our White Sox, they're in rebuild mode. And the Bears are in transition mode. Yeah, Neville is fast. Yes, he is. Cornelius Squall says a good point. You can say that about every NFC North team. Montgomery, Dobbs, McCarthy. But is Montgomery a key piece to when he's gone? Is his offense gonna collapse? No. You can say about every team. I hear you. But I'm not worried about every team. I'm worried about ours. I can take a peek over there and see what they lost and everything, but I need to focus on our guys, and that's what I'm going to do. Listen, 2 hours is coming on. I want to thank you guys, my guests, kicking ass, showing up, supporting me the way you do. I truly, truly appreciate it. Listen, don't forget, folks. Tickets to the all linen celebration for Shawn Sierra, the SuperBack Shawn Sierra on July 25th. All right. I know it's a couple months away. We're in April or March. April, May, June, July. 4 months. We're 4 months away. Start getting your tickets now. All right, the first 20 people, and there's 16 left. Let me see if there's anyone else. Let me see. Let me see. All right, that's cool. Well, there's the first 20 tickets are $55. The first 20 are $45. All right, so get in there, get them for $45. It's gonna end up coming out to like $55 a ticket anyway, because of the fees and taxes. I couldn't get around it. I'm sorry. But order your tickets. Order your tickets. It is going to be fun as all get out. I promise you. I promise you. And do me a favor. Do not forget. Get some Sports Zone Chicago swag. Sports Zone Chicago, Bears Victory Monday, FGP hats, shirts, hoodies, sophomore Sports Zone Chicago logo hoodie. Bring that to a friend. You also have Fanatic. Yeah. Get all your stuff. Get it. Get your Sports Zone Chicago swag. Rock it when you're outside. People go, oh, that's dope. I know. But anyway, listen, guys, you have a phenomenal weekend. It's going to be 70 degrees today, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, 65 for me. So it's 65 today, 68 tomorrow, but then Sunday drops to 55, and Monday 40, Tuesday 52. A great weekend to meet up with your people. Nephi Sewell, you mean Noah Sewell? I think so. So, guys, again, I appreciate it. Make sure you order. Get your tickets for the Sports Zone for the birthday party. All right, here's the link. Get your tickets there. Get your Sports Zone Chicago swag. And guys, let's just have a great, great weekend. How about that? How about them there apples? All right, so for everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, at 12:15, let's not forget Lakina and Sid coming for another 2 hours of Chicago Sports Talk. The Smoke Fellas getting ready to kick it off right now. Smoking Madness, the Blackout, March 20th, today, starting in 1 minute, less than a minute. Eduardo Limon Cigar Lounge, 2 cigar minimum. Food trucks, raffles, fun, music. That's where our boys, Smoke Fellas, are. All right, guys, I got to get out. For real. I'm getting out of this. Guys, you have a phenomenal weekend. Oh, let me see this. It's the last message here. Okay.
Come on, race the race. Get ready for the job and an essay in the drop.